Hi, this is Dorothy Fontaine with Supernatural Stories coming to you again this Friday. I have a new story. It's about an angel that saved my life. And this is how it started. One night, I went to a Bible study with my best friend, and it ended kind of late. We were fellowshipping a lot and guitar playing and whatever in the Bible study. So it ended like about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And we decided to go to Cafe Du Monde, but they had another one in Fat City in Metairie, Louisiana, because I'm from New Orleans. So we went there. It was about 11:30 when we were in there eating our powdered beignets and hot chocolate and coffee. And we ran into this man that was, I think he was a tourist. It was years ago, so I'm not quite sure. But this nice gentleman who started talking to us, and he joined our table, and we wound up preaching to him for about 2 hours, actually, you know. So then it was time to leave. My friend Dino took her car and she went her way because she lived in Gentilly East and I lived in the opposite direction to Kenner, Louisiana. So I got in my car and I came home by myself. It was about 2 in the morning. I'm riding down a deserted street called Power Boulevard, and I'm on my way home. And because there was no traffic and it was so late at night, I was going, I was speeding. The speed limit was 35 miles an hour and I was going 60. So I'm coming down 60 miles an hour, and suddenly this woman was on the left-hand side of my car by the stop sign, and she started walking directly in front of my car, and that forced me to slow down so I wouldn't hit her. So I slowed down to about 35, and by that time she was across. She crossed over to the Nutrigram. When I first saw her, she had short blonde hair and she had on a white dress, and she had something on her right shoulder. When she was crossing that, I noticed that her arm was up like this, and I assumed she was carrying a baby. And I was paying more attention to not hitting this woman, but I did notice that, like, something in her arm. So when she got to the Nutriground, I looked and she just totally disappeared. Now, it caused me to slow down to 35, which is the speed limit. So when I got to the stop sign, I was able to stop, and this black car was going across about 100 miles an hour. And if I would have been going 60, I would have probably not been able to stop that short at the stop sign, and this car would have totally demolished me. And I realized when she disappeared that it was an angel. And why I thought that she was carrying something on her shoulder like that, it was her wing her wings were tucked under instead of, them being flooded out. I noticed that she had like a hump here and it was part of her wing. And I thank Jesus and I thank you, Guardian Angel, for saving my life. That's story number 1 for tonight. Okay, and I'm going to tell one more for tonight. Let's see which one I want to tell. I have so many. Next. Oh, okay, that's a good one. All right. We're going to end this one, stop it, and we're going to start over.